Anatomy of the cardiovascular system for third semester medical students. Anatomy of the cardiovascular system. A heart structure. Heart layers. The heart consists of three main layers, each with specific functions. A. Endocardium. The innermost layer of the heart lining all heart chambers. Composed of smooth endothelial tissue, preventing blood clots within the heart. Serves as protection for the inner layer and supports the heart valves. B. Myocardium. The middle layer made up of cardiac muscle, responsible for heart contractions, enabling blood to be pumped throughout the body. Thicker in the left ventricle to pump blood through the aorta to the entire body. C. Epicardium. The outer layer of the heart composed of connective tissue covered by epithelium. Part of the serous pericardium. Protects the heart and minimizes friction with surrounding organs during contraction. Heart chambers. The heart is divided into four main chambers, each with specific functions. A. Right atrium. Receives oxygen poor blood from the body via the superior and inferior vena cava. Transfers this blood to the right ventricle. B. Left atrium. Receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs via the pulmonary veins. Delivers this blood to the left ventricle. C. Right ventricle. Pumps oxygen-poor blood to the lungs via the pulmonary arteries for gas exchange, oxygen uptake and carbon dioxide release. D. Left ventricle. Pumps oxygen-rich blood to the entire body via the aorta. Has the thickest myocardium wall due to the force required to circulate blood throughout the body. Heart valves ensure unidirectional blood flow and prevent backflow. There are four types of valves. A. Tricuspid valve, located between the right atrium and right ventricle. Has three leaflets that open and close with blood pressure changes. B. Bicuspid, mitral, valve, situated between the left atrium and left ventricle. Has two leaflets to maintain unidirectional blood flow. C. Pulmonary valve, located between the right ventricle and pulmonary artery. Opens during right ventricular contraction, allowing blood to flow to the lungs. D. Aortic valve, found between the left ventricle and aorta. Opens when the left ventricle pumps blood into the systemic circulation. Cardiac conduction system. The conduction system regulates the heartbeat via electrical impulses transmitted throughout the heart. A. Sinoatrial, SAW, node, located in the wall of the right atrium. Acts as the natural pacemaker, generating electrical impulses autonomously to regulate heart rhythm. B. Atrioventricular, AV, node, positioned between the atria and ventricles. Slows impulses from the SAW node before transmitting them to the ventricles, ensuring the atria contract first. C. His bundle and Purkinje fibers, located in the ventricles. distribute impulses across the ventricular walls, ensuring synchronized contraction for efficient blood pumping. B. Blood vessels. Blood vessels form a complex network to transport blood throughout the body. There are three main types of blood vessels, each with specific structures and functions. Arteries. Function. Carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart to the body. Characteristics: thick and elastic walls to withstand high pressure from the heart. Composed of three layers: tunica intima, inner layer; tunica media, thick muscular layer; and tunica adventitia, outer layer. Key examples: aorta, the largest artery, transporting blood from the left ventricle to the body. Pulmonary arteries carry oxygen, pour blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. Coronary arteries supply oxygen-rich blood to the heart muscle. Veins. Function: return oxygen, pour blood from the body to the heart. Characteristics: thinner walls compared to arteries due to lower pressure. Equipped with one-way valves to prevent backflow, especially in veins in the lower body. Key examples: superior vena cava, returns blood from the head, neck, and upper limbs to the right atrium. Inferior vena cava, returns blood from the lower body to the right atrium. Pulmonary veins transport oxygen-rich blood from the lungs to the left atrium. Capillaries. Function: primary site for gas, nutrient, and waste exchange between blood and body tissues. Characteristics: the smallest blood vessels with very thin walls, a single layer of endothelial cells. Connect arterioles, small branches of arteries, to venules, small branches of veins. C. Blood circulation. Blood circulation is divided into two main pathways: systemic circulation, major circulation, and pulmonary circulation, minor circulation. These pathways work synchronously to deliver oxygen to body tissues and transport carbon dioxide to the lungs. Systemic circulation, major circulation, function: transports oxygen-rich blood from the heart to the body and returns oxygen, poor blood to the heart. Pathway: left ventricle, pumps oxygen-rich blood through the aorta, which branches into smaller arteries to supply the organs and tissues. Body tissues. Gas exchange occurs at the capillaries, where oxygen is delivered to tissues, and carbon dioxide is absorbed. Systemic veins. Venules collect oxygen, pour blood, merging into larger veins like the superior and inferior vena cava. Right atrium. The vena cava empties the oxygen, pour blood into the right atrium. Completing systemic circulation. Pulmonary circulation, minor circulation, function: transports oxygen, pour blood from the heart to the lungs for oxygenation and returns oxygen-rich blood to the heart. Pathway: right ventricle, pumps oxygen, pour blood through the pulmonary arteries to the lungs. Lungs. Gas exchange occurs at the pulmonary capillaries. Carbon dioxide is expelled, and oxygen is absorbed. Pulmonary veins. Return oxygen-rich blood to the left atrium. Left atrium receives oxygen-rich blood, completing pulmonary circulation and starting systemic circulation. Importance of blood circulation. Transport. Delivers oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients, hormones, and metabolic waste. Regulation. Helps regulate body temperature by redistributing blood. Protection. Carries white blood cells and antibodies to fight infections.